Hi, everybody. Okay, congratulations. You have just taken the listing. Now what? This idea was given to me a number of years ago, and I implemented it back when I was actually transacting, working with buyers and sellers, especially with sellers. And the idea is this: for you to work with your seller to have a pre-listing inspection, a home inspection done on the property prior to listing it. Now, you may be asking, why in the world would I do this? And I'm going to give you at least 3 reasons why you would do this. Number 1, it allows your seller to get on top of any and all issues that exist with the property that they may not be aware of. They may not be aware that there's water leaking inside a wall in the basement and that there's mold in that wall. They may not be aware that there's a patch of shingles that blew off in the last rainstorm that need to be replaced. Otherwise, the property won't pass FHA inspection. So there are a lot of different reasons why it's really great for your seller to be able to get a really good, solid, clear picture of the property that they're selling. So we don't have any unexpected surprises, because remember, the number 1 reason that transactions fall apart is over due diligence. Help your seller get ahead of any problems that might potentially come up as much as you possibly can, recognizing there's no way we can anticipate everything that's going to go wrong in a real estate transaction. We gave you the list of 245 things that can go wrong in a real estate transaction. However, let's proactively do everything in our power to make sure that that seller has a clear picture of any and all issues that are related to the property. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is that then gives the seller time to hire any and all professionals that they need to rectify any problems that exist with the property, so that those things don't kill the transaction during due diligence. When I have done this, reason number 3, it creates such a level of trust between the buyer and the seller. What we did is we put the inspection report on the counter in a little laminated report thingy that you can get at any office supply store. But we put it out there for any and all buyers and their agents to see. And that way they could see any and all issues that existed with the property. And then as my sellers had things fixed professionally, we would check those things off and put the receipts in the back. It created so much trust between the buyer and the seller. When you think about all the things that can go wrong in a real estate transaction, let's proactively get ahead of those problems, those issues, as much as we possibly can. And reason number 4, there's a bonus number for you. We don't want our seller to be sued. When we represent that seller, we are championing them at the highest level, and we don't want the buyer to discover something down the road that could have potentially been avoided, prevented, and potentially properly disclosed. And then we don't have issues of the buyer wondering what else the seller was trying to hide. And sadly enough, my experience, in the event that the buyer decides to sue the seller, they also decide to sue the listing agent and the listing broker. And many times they also decide to sue their buyer's agent. We don't want any of this for you. We want you to be a professional who goes out and solves and handles problems proactively, and truly allowing you to champion your client at the highest level so that they can cross the finish line feeling successful. And at the end of the day, when that sale closes, successfully sold, the two of you, your seller and you and your broker, can all celebrate together. So that is my advice to you for the day. Absolutely no obligation for you to take this advice, other than recognizing I have been doing this for 22 years. And I can tell you that when I did this as the listing agent, it changed absolutely everything with how smooth the transaction went. And knock on wood, we never had a single transaction fail for due diligence or any other reason. So try it out. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the Facebook group.